Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA, Cardano. We continue to be here in this same wave structure that we already talked about in the last video. ADA doesn't really show a lot of strength at the moment, which is, about right in this corrective wave pattern here. Yeah, we talked about that this may only be a wave 2 correction to the upside that we're currently seeing. Just a bit of a bounce before it goes down further in the end. Certainly, we wouldn't have enough evidence to say that the bear market low is in. And it continues to look in quite corrective actually. That's sort of in line with the expectation that all we are doing at the moment is just to put this corrective structure in. My view is this could be a wave 2 as an ABC pattern, and we might just be doing the wave A, even though I have to say, even a wave A should be impulsive, or at least it can be impulsive. At the moment, it doesn't look very impulsive. So we need to be prepared that this is going to break down if we don't make one more wave to the upside. It could still be a wave A then, but with only 3 waves basically. Yeah, you can get these patterns. It's called a flat pattern. So if you get, there's two main simple structures of corrections that you can get. So if you have a zigzag pattern, you have obviously your A and B and C. So A, B, C. But in a zigzag, the B wave is not so strong. It's rather shallow. Maybe we're talking about the 38.2, 50% FIB level. And the wave 1 has 5 waves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we've got ABC in wave B. A, B, C. And then we've got in the wave C also 5 waves. Yeah. Therefore, if we see an impulse on the way up, we don't know if it's going to be only an ABC pattern overall. Then the context gets important. Yeah, you can judge that by looking at the chart context, and the chart context tells me that this looks to me as if we haven't reached the bear market low yet. So, but still, even here, let's say we are in the A wave currently for ADA, but I can't really see clear 5 waves, and this is where the second scenario comes in. So within the larger ABC pattern, there is a possibility that we get a so-called flat pattern, which puts in a lower B wave. Usually it can even retrace 100% than the beginning of the wave A, 100% of the A wave, or it can even go down lower. Yeah, so this happens when the A wave has only 3 subwaves, A, B, C. Then we have a so-called flat pattern, A, B, C, and the C wave, however, would still be an impulse. And this is where a lot of people can get faked out, because you need to understand that the C wave can or is typically an impulse, and that's when a lot of people get bullish. But then often after 3 waves, it's going to break down. Yeah, just you need to know those mechanics, and after a while, you get the feeling for this. At the moment, we're sort of here somewhere on the ADA chart, so around the 3rd wave here. So it could either be this impulse, yeah, or it could be this complete A wave already. The problem that we have here is that this is not, the wave 1 was okay to the upside here, the wave 2 down currently as well, but if this is a wave 3 that we're doing now, we should be in an impulsive structure. We should be reaching the 1.618 extension. And we're talking about here the 26.4 cent level, yeah? So we haven't reached that yet. We're currently holding support. We're currently avoiding an overlap with wave 1 there. Yeah, you can see that wave 1 is at around 25.06 cents, and the wave 4 low is currently 25.2. So we're currently avoiding an overlap, which is good. But the wave 3 here, the micro wave 3, was also a little short for me. Ideally, you want the wave 3s to reach the 1.618 extension at least. Otherwise, it's morphing into something unreliable, and consequently, the wave counts will have to change frequently, because if it's not a stable pattern, it might as well break, especially on the lower time frames. And that is what we're looking at the moment. The lower time frame counts, as you know, they have to be flexible, they are fragile, whereas the higher time frame counts, they typically only rarely change, really. But yeah, this is where we are still. So still waiting ideally for another move up. A break above the price channel here to the upside would indicate that we are in some kind of an impulsive pattern. But at the moment, we are guided by the channel. So if you're trading this, just be aware that we are sort of constrained here by this ascending channel. But for me, the movements that we can see here off the low don't confirm to me that a more substantial low was in. Maybe a local low, and we could be pushing higher in a C wave, which would be part of this wave too. I mean, in the end, you know, this could become quite an extensive move to the upside. Yeah, this could become really quite an extensive move. At the moment, I see only limited evidence for that. But if we're talking about that, all of this was a wave one. I mean, if we really are in a wave two, I mean, the first thing that you might use is this trend channel, and the trend channel ends at, let's say we go all the way up to the trend channel today, it might take us to 31.5 cents. But if we look at the Fibonacci retracements, what a wave four might normally does, we're talking here about all the way up to 39.5 cents. Yeah, it's a wave two, and if it, you know, if this sort of this view builds and the confidence in this wave pattern gets clearer, then, you know, this can go up quite a bit. Yeah, at the moment we're at the very beginning here, the possible trend change on the lower time frame from a wave one down into a possible wave two up, and this can move up quite a bit. Yeah, so but don't get too caught up in the, you know, in this. I don't think we've seen any significant lows yet at the moment. At least there is no evidence. I'm always, you know, always trying to emphasize, because a lot of people get, you know, when you have a green candle, people get all emotional, and we might see that across the space in a few weeks or so, or in the next few weeks. I mean, you know, with Bitcoin, Ethereum, we're talking about further short-term upside. Solana is putting a bit of a relief rally in, and, you know, when you zoom out, you get these. You always get these irrational relief rallies. At the moment, we have one of these points where such a relief rally could start, and you see them on the ADA chart. All that, you know, we've had the various times these, but obviously at the moment we're not seeing anything really yet, only a little bit. But I always encourage, you know, to zoom out and have a look. And are any of these rallies, even if we now see a bit of green candles, would that be any more significant than anything we've seen here? And if not, then, you know, how you can't really make a call that a substantial low is in. We can explore it. And for now, however, we don't see anything that's even close to that. So the view has to be that we're just in a downtrend, especially as long as we are in this descending channel. Happy to change my view as soon as we see some signals, but I don't think we are seeing anything yet. I'll of course keep you updated. Hope you liked the update about ADA. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.